Hello guys, welcome again to our YouTube channel. And then for today, we wouldn't be going much into Photoshop, we wouldn't be doing any designs, but we'll be doing programming. We'll be writing line of code. We'll be writing line of code. And also don't forget to like, comment, and then subscribe to the channel as you watch the video so that you know what exactly our viewers want. So for today's program, you'll be writing a line of code. You'll be writing lines of code to reverse a range of numbers. Let's say I type this number. And then when I type it, I have your program, and then when I type it, I want these numbers to be reversed. Meaning, instead of starting from 2, I want the outcome of what I type to start from 9. And then it follows in order till we get back to 2. So for today, that's what we are going to do. We are going to try and write a program to reverse any number, that a range of numbers that a user will type. So when you have you launch your code block application, you are using code blocks application. So you launch this and then you create a new project. You come to console application and then you click on go. Then move on. Remember, our language is C++, so you have to make sure you've selected C++ before you click on next. Now, you are going to give our project name a title. So let's say you can give it any name you want. I'm naming mine as reverse application. Reverse application. So you can give it any name you want, and then you make sure the folder to create the project in where you want it to be, and then you continue. You left click on next. So your compiler should be in place, everything, and then you click on finish. Now when you click on finish, you double click on your sources, and then this is what you are supposed to have. With code blocks, the default interface that I'm supposed to have after I open every project is what I have on my screen. If you don't have it, it's no big deal. You can go ahead and then you type it yourself. Maybe you might be using a different function, no problem. You can also go ahead and then you do it yourself. So when you open your application, this is what you're supposed to have on your screen. Exactly as you can see on my screen, this is what you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have exactly the same thing. You're supposed to have exactly the same thing. If you don't have the same thing on your browser, make sure that you don't have the same thing on your interface. Make sure you can just go ahead and then you type it yourself. If you are using a different function too, no problem. So now that you've been able to open our interface, this is what we are going to do. We are going to declare two variables. And we are using the int function. So I type int, and then the variable that I'm going to use one to be number, and then the second one to be rev num. Rev num. Rev num. You can also decide to I suggest to make your R a small letter in order not to confuse yourself. So rev num. Now right now I've declared my variable. You can choose to use different variables. You can use different names for your two variables, or you use the same thing as you can see on the screen. You can choose to use the same thing as you can see on your screen, or you use a different one. Whichever way, make sure you are typing in the right thing. So now that I've declared my variable, I move on to type cout Remember, you are giving the user the chance to input their own value. You are giving the user the chance to input their own value. Now the see out is what you want the user to see. So right now that you've prompted our user to enter a number, you give the user the space to enter whatever number that they want to use. Whatever number that they want to use. So as you can see on my screen, as you can perfectly see on my screen, I've declared my variables over here. I've moved on to prompt the user to enter a number, whatever number, whether it's a billions of numbers, millions of numbers, the user should just enter a number, or we should say enter a range of numbers. 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 So the user isn't going to enter a single number, it's going to be either 2 or more, whichever way. So we're giving our user the chance to enter a range of numbers. You're giving them the chance to enter the numbers. You're giving them the chance to enter the numbers. Now the see out, the see out is what your user will be seeing on the program, and then the see in is what will give the user the chance to enter that range of numbers. Now we've given the user the chance to enter the range of numbers. We've given the user the chance to enter a range of numbers. Now you are going to write a line of code to tell the program how to output the range of numbers. So to do that, you are going to use the while loop function. You are going to use the while loop function. So you type while and then you open your parenthesis, and then you type number is greater than 0. Number is greater than 0. Number is greater than 0. Remember, you've already declared number as an integer. So number is greater than 0, and then you open your curly bracket. Now in order to make your code more flexible, so that you'll be able to locate all the mistakes very easily, I suggest you leave spaces in between them. So now we've told our program that the number should be greater than 0. So how does the program does the calculation to output the number that the user wants? So we've already declared rev number. Now represent the reverse that you want our program to do. So rev number will be number modulo 10. Number modulo 10. Make sure to always bring your semicolon in a way to tell your program that line of code has ended. So when you're done, you hit on enter. Then you move on to type number is equal to number divided by 10. You bring your semicolon. Then, so right now our program is going to follow this way to do its calculation. Our program is going to follow this way to do its calculation. Remember, whatever that you write over here, that's how your program is going to run. So when you're done, make sure there is no mistake in your work. So we've told our program that the reverse number, the calculation you're going to use for the reverse number is going to be the number that the user will enter modulo 10. And then the number itself divided by 10. So that's what the computer is going to use to do the calculation for the user. So now that you have that one, you move on to, so that the user wouldn't be aware of all these calculations. The user wouldn't be aware how the computer is going to run that. So when you're done, you see out, you type see out web number, web num, web num. So this what our program is actually all about. So the only thing the user is going to see is the see out, please enter a range of numbers, and then the prompt, the user will enter a range of numbers, and then we will move on to from the while down to the number is equal to number divided by 10. The user doesn't see anything. So the next thing the user will see on their program will be the reverse of the numbers that they've already typed. So since we've been able to, you are done writing our line of code. Let's see if our codes are all correct. There are no mistakes in it. So you move on to build. Build. Remember, it's build. Build. You move on to this part and then you single click on it. Single click on it. Now, when you single click on it, you realize that there is a red line showing down below here, which means that there is a mistake in our program. There is a mistake in our program. There is a mistake in our program. So let's see. Let's remove this one from there, and then let's build it again and see. So after you build it again, you realize that there are no mistakes in our program this time. You move on to run. Now this one is used for building and this one is used for running. Don't forget that one. This one is used for building, and then the other one is used for, this one builds the program, and then this one runs the program. It runs the program, the line of code that you are fetching. So we click on run. Now our program has prompted us to enter a range of numbers. I move on to enter about a whole lot of numbers, and then I click on enter. You see that down below it is giving me the exact reverse of the numbers I've typed up. The exact numbers I've typed up there. Let's see. Let's type our numbers again. Then click on enter. You see, it gives us a range, another range of numbers. The same reverse of the numbers that you typed above. So that will be all for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and then comment. The more you comment on our videos, the more you get to know how well we are doing, whether you are doing it well or there are mistakes. So please and please and please again, don't forget to like our video. So it's a goodbye and then bye bye.